Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode on the Life Signatures Radio. You found us in the middle of a series. We are talking about the 10 ways you can know you are not fulfilling your God-given potential. 10 ways. We've already discussed 7 of them, and we're going to do the 8th today, even as we continue building up, and we've started winding it up. We've started winding it down. This topic is relevant to just about everybody, anyone, all of us. We have potential, and you'll find that a very small percentage of us actually go ahead and fulfill that potential. Edison said if we did everything we're capable of doing, we're going to literally astound ourselves. And therefore, it's prudent for us to discuss and see, where am I falling short? And when we know where we're falling short, we can be able to make some rectifications and start exploiting our potential. So let us look at the 8th way today. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures Podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures Podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
Well, as usual, we will start by doing a recap. We're talking about potential. The amount of money spent on military and tactical intelligence in the world's security systems is astounding. It is seriously mind-boggling, even when there is no war. Now we want to know what the enemy knows and what the enemy is planning and what the enemy is up to. It's an obsession, as it's a prudent thing also. We want to know the potential that the enemy has or doesn't have against us. And interestingly enough, when it boils down to individual lives, the story is the same. We spend quite a bit of time and money and other resources trying to muster all the information that we can. All the information that is out there. All along, there is just one critical piece of information that is always available and it's never acted upon. And that's our potential. This intelligence about our capacity is there to be seen. All of us have it. It can be obvious, by the way. It's observable. However, it is one of those most ignored pieces of information. There are so many reasons that we already do this. I've already explained so many reasons as to why we don't exploit our God-given potential. Number 1, not living our purpose. Number 2, being focused on survival instead of making a contribution. Number 3, we don't introspect. Number 4, we think we don't have gifts or talents. Number 5, we are not using the gifts and talents that we know we have for our main work. Number 6, we're fitting in instead of standing out. Number 7, we're afraid. Today, number 8, let's talk about one of the biggest diseases that is so massive in creating an avalanche of not fulfilling our God-given potential. It is a lazy man's favorite word. It's called procrastination. It's a killer. We all have an opportunity to procrastinate. Even today, we have an opportunity to procrastinate. We procrastinate on just about anything. We procrastinate, especially on the things that are going to make us to grow. We seldom procrastinate to eat a sausage. Seldom procrastinate to eat a cake. Seldom procrastinate to go out there and have fun. We seldom procrastinate on the things that make the body enjoy itself. We seldom procrastinate on those things. We only for the most part procrastinate on that which is going to make us to grow. And someone said that procrastination is dying in installments. And when you look at the nature of procrastination carefully, you find out that it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out strategy. It's laden with excuses that we let ourselves off the hook from uncertainty and from discomfort. When you figure out that if I do this, there's going to be a level of uncertainty in it, and I'm going to be a bit uncomfortable doing the sit-ups, doing the press-ups, doing the jogging. I'm going to break a sweat. You will say, tomorrow will be a better day. In fact, I want to start this thing on a clean slate. I'm going to start it on a new month. Yeah. You psych yourself up. You're excusing yourself. You're procrastinating. And every moment you do that, you are not fulfilling your potential. And the problem with procrastination is that it's not a one-off incident. It's like an avalanche. It's like a small ball of ice on top of a hill, on top of a mountain that starts rolling and is gaining momentum, and every minute it's gathering other pieces of ice, forming a bigger ball and a bigger ball, and before you know it, it's a whole avalanche that is created. That's the enemy called procrastination. It creates so much apathy that the things that you are excited and inspired to do, they become a curse. You don't want to look at them because you feel bad that you procrastinated. When you procrastinate, for the most part, you're doing that which does not help you to cultivate your potential. Every single minute. And we indeed are doing the opposite. Procrastination is sitting on your potential because you are comfortable enough to afford the laziness. Yeah. When you have things going on for you, it is easy to start procrastinating things that are going to make you to continue growing. I'll say it again. It is sitting on your potential because you're comfortable enough to afford the laziness. And that is at times why we suffer a crisis. If you ever saw a crisis in your life, you notice that at times it is one of the most productive times. You move heaven and you move earth to get things that matter to be done. And for the most part, the things that matter are connected directly to your potential. Excavation. So every time you catch yourself pushing tomorrow to what can be done today in solving a crisis, you are comfortable enough to waste your potential today. But when you see something that's going to make you to grow and you go at it, even if it's a crisis that you're solving, you go at it. Many times when we're solving this crisis, we are excavating our potential. We're making ourselves strong. Like Bob Marley said, we don't know how strong we are until it is the only option we have left. So every time you catch yourself pushing to tomorrow what you can do today, you are becoming so comfortable to waste your potential today. But every time you find yourself doing what you must do today to excavate your potential, there are two things involved. Either you are under a serious crisis that must be resolved, and you must rise to the occasion and become a self-leader, and you are rising to that particular occasion. That's it. Indeed, procrastination is not that just what we do to postpone things tomorrow. It's not just what we do to postpone things to tomorrow. It happens even within the day, today, where we get distracted by pesky things and we don't want to, pay attention, to focus, to have grit and to have determination and to be immersed and to have this gift of presence and to feel the discomfort for the moment. But when the moment comes that we need to be impatient, the moment comes that we need to be pushed, the moment comes that we need to have a difficult discomfort, we get some distraction, get a phone, walk out. We are procrastinating doing the thing that we're supposed to do in the moment. And in the end, that could easily become something that will left to be done for tomorrow. That which could have been done now is postponed to tomorrow. It becomes what Christians call bondage. A cycle. Just a cycle of not pushing past a particular line. And at times, procrastination is fueled greatly. It is fueled by distractions. These pesky little things that coalesce into the avalanche I was talking about. Social media, games, movies, food, chats with friends, leisurely strolls. The list of distractions is endless and it keeps increasing each time, each day, in different sizes, in different niches. The thing to do is to schedule the things that must be done. I call them the non-negotiables. It's non-negotiable for me to have this podcast every day. And therefore, that's why people marvel and say, hey, how come you have 1,300 episodes? How come you have 1,400 episodes? I choose not to procrastinate. It's not like I feel like podcasting every day. Like you've noticed, the energy in this past few episodes has not been up there because I'm going through something. But I've got to do this. So if I am keeping to do this, I am not postponing to tomorrow. My potential is being utilized to the full. Tomorrow we will continue. In fact, we've started winding up. And tomorrow we will talk about the 9th way you can know that you are not fulfilling your God-given potential. But until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.